I think I got the clutch a little hot. Was having a hard time cutting down the center. You can see these lines, and I went ahead, went back there, and I looked at it. The blades got kicked back to each other and got stuck on each other, and I think that may have threw that U-joint out. Actually, not the clutch, the U-joint. So I'm gonna head over to the house, pull that cover off. Maybe it's just the U-joint. U-joint's pretty easy. Probably pick one of them up, park store, $10. Swap it out. But it's a little hot. I don't got to get this done today. This is kind of a whenever deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just call it for now, and boogie over to the house, diagnose it, see what's going on, and hopefully fix her. Because like I said, it's a little hot. I put a little water on it. And I mean, heck, it was drying right up. I put probably half a bottle of water on it. So I'm gonna pull her out of here, head over to the house, tear into it, and see what the heck's going on. Alright, so I believe I smoked this clutch on this center one. I mean, it was already pretty bad to begin with. I'm gonna go ahead and just replace all the clutches for the friction plates. What happened is those blades got stuck on each other underneath, and by the time I turned around and noticed, I thought it was just not cutting right and a little bit of heavier stuff, and then I got in some lighter stuff and seen it was laying it over, so I got out, stopped, raised it up, and noticed it and seen it was kind of hot under there, so I went ahead and stopped, and I think I just finished that one clutch off. I know they say you can crank them down to keep going, but then that's whenever you end up replacing them gearboxes, so I'm not going to do that. The friction plates, from what a buddy's told me, are pretty common, so I'm going to go and find some friction plates tomorrow and just go ahead and replace all of them. These actually don't have the springs on them, so I'm going to look up what are required on this model and hopefully find those as well, and hopefully get all this put back together the way that it should be. So we'll see. I mean, I'm new to it, so I don't really know, but I know there's supposed to be springs there, and a little bit more friction plate, not a piece of it. So tore it apart, found that out, so tear into it tomorrow and figure out what the heck I'm gonna do. Alright, so I think I did a time-lapse video changing the other clutch, or at least tearing it apart. I'm gonna do a video, or the friction discs. I have to change this one and this one. I mean, they function fine, there's no issues, but you can tell they've got a good bit of wear. The one side, so I think like on this side the front plate is fine, the back one is pretty much non-existent. Vice versa, looks like somebody just threw one in there on both sides. So after reading the owner's manual, we figured out kind of how to adjust these things. The newer style clutches have springs on the bolts. This has one big spring. I'll tear this all apart and go over it again. So tear it apart real quick and then we'll go over that part. Okay, so you can see this is an example of what it's supposed to look like. Friction disc over here and one over here. This is called a Bellevue spring, I think it is. Something like that, I don't know. Either way, that's the spring versus the new style clutches that has the actual coil sprung springs on the bolts. After doing some research, I found that out because I thought somebody just pretty much cranked all this stuff down and pretty much stuck it all together to where it wouldn't slip, which was just a recipe for disaster. I haven't priced those gearboxes, but I really don't want to. So what I'm going to do is I will pull all these bolts out. I think there's 6. Yeah, 6 of them on either side, on both sides. So all these will come out. This will get broke right here, and then this will come off apart. And then the discs will sit on either side of here, as you can see. like so. And I believe that this will spin freely inside of there, actually. So whenever it does slip, it's not, these bolts don't keep it from slipping. It actually will slip inside of here. Those bolts just pretty much hold all the tension together. From what I have, I guess, gathered from owning this thing for a week. So I'm going to go ahead and start ripping on it and see what we come up with. Alright, so you can see I chipped some of that disc off there. That's the old disc. That's garbage. And I'm going to try to take, I'm not really sure what that thing is. It's just a sponge disc. I ain't never used one. I usually use flat disc, round disc, cutting wheels, wire wheels. But my wire wheels are up top, and I'm not going up there to get them. And that looks, I'm probably never going to use that. So if I ruin that on this, I don't give a shit. So I'd like to just clean up that surface. This one here as well. And yeah, and what sucks is, you see this bolt is about 8 to hill. I'm gonna have fun getting that off. That's gonna be the hard part of this job right here, is this. Splitting these things apart is easy, but I have those discs in here. Ow. Damn, automatic steps. So what they look like is that all they are is like a face. I don't know what you would call them. I got these from Farmer Bob's Parts. They were like 40 something bucks, which is a pretty damn good deal considering I paid $50 for 2 of these right down the road, or about 45 minutes away. There's an OEM stuff though, but I think it's pretty good. I think these will fit. You know what? Okay, those look like they're gonna fit. You see, I mean, it's barely. That's. I think that's what you want. But either way, that's money. So we're going to run with that, and then I'm just going to clean this wheel up. You'll see here. Probably jack this thing all up. Here, back here. Yeah, that's. Alright, so that's about to die. I'm going to have to carry another battery. But you get the idea. That's the plan. I'm going to use that wheel to clean these up. Because that surface, you can see a little bump right there. I don't want that. That's going to give uneven pressure on that clutch and then probably cause an issue. I mean, probably not cause an issue, but I mean, we're here. Let's fix it and prep it right. And I'll have to do this side too a little bit. It's a little nasty, as you can see, but I don't think it'll be too bad. It should be it's a pretty straightforward job. Alright, so I just went to Rural King and got all new bolts for these 2 sides, not the center one, but since I've already got these 2 apart, I'm going to replace the bolts. The bolts on the center ones all match. I think the other side does too, but I just want to get all new ones. I got new bolts for the clutch and new bolts for, I'm not sure the terminology for it, but those right there. And I ended up going with a stamped lock nut. Reason being is some of these were nylon lock washers or lock nuts, and these tend to get hot, I believe, sometimes. And you can see, well, I don't know, I can't really tell, it's kind of bright out, but you can see they melt. So I mean, I guess it would still function probably as a lock nut, but you know, it just doesn't seem right to me. So stamped lock nuts, new grade 8 bolts, and none of these will tear. I don't know, they're bolts. I mean, they won't shear or nothing, so it's not going to mess anything up being grade 8. but I like to buy grade 8, and they're blue. That's probably why, to be honest with you. But I'm going to put all new bolts in it, nuts, and the friction discs, and this side should come back together pretty quick, probably 10-15 minutes. The hardest part is adjusting this, and it's not even hard. It's actually pretty simple. It's just you got to measure quite frequently, because it's got to be, I think, 3/16 between that spring, or the plate, whatever you want to call it, and this piece right here. That adjusts the pressure on the friction discs. So, here we go. I will do right quick how to tear these things apart. Oh, nope, stop. Springs released, that means all the bolts are out, or all the nuts are loose. It's actually quite simple to tear this apart. Okay, that's it for that. Come on now. Okay. I'll set this right here. It's pretty much bolts that hold this thing in there. This shaft has a spline on it for these bolts to sit through to lock it in place. These ones aren't that bad of shape either. But we'll replace them anyways, and I'll just keep them for spares. Sprayed this earlier also, so I hope this one comes off a little bit easier. Just tapping it. Okay, it might not, but here's what I found. If you can get your pry bar in these corners, or in that spline right there, it helps break that thing free. So, nice little pry there. Let her spin. Okay. Voila. Okay, please come out. Smack her back in. Try it again. Making progress. Voila. Okay, so that's how you pull these apart. It's your friction disc, what we're changing. I'm not sure what that's called. And then that's the plate, the spring plate, Bellevue spring, I think it is. May be wrong. It's in the owner's manual though. So I'm actually gonna record this and then just use parts of it maybe. Okay. Right. Yeah. No, that's wrong. No, that's right. It's right there. Look, Jesus. Okay, where's my spring? Alright, come on now. There we go. Alright, my other friction disc will go on this side. Like so. And then they'll just mount right there. But just rough all these in for now. Ooh, that's way too much, dummy. So I have a general idea of where they're supposed to be. So I'll just get them close to that. Stop spinning. Okay. Now, tape measure. 1, 2, 3, 3/16, between 3/16 and a quarter. What is that? This is only this tape measure is only on 16ths. I think the measurement is actually like 5/32 or something like that. But so I'll pull my 1 inch on the spring, and right there I'm at a quarter on this one. So I want to go just a little bit more. I think I just reversed it. Hell yeah, I did. No. Okay, still at a quarter. And you should probably do this with a wrench. Either way, so we'll start there. We'll just work our way around slowly. That way, everything's getting tensioned evenly. But we have kind of an idea. That's way too much on that one. That's probably on the money. That one there's pretty dang close, but let's give her a touch more. Oh, there's a nut. That's good. These are kind of a pain in the rear to spin too, because you're spinning the entire thing. Okay. So we pull our inch. We want to be right in between 1/4 and 3/16, and that's about right. That's a little proud. I like it. I like it. Spinning the whole thing again. This one looks a little big. And it is. I like it. And that's that. Okay. So, oh shoot. Oh, okay, it's just hot. You can see, change these out on this one and this one. New friction discs, which are right in between there, right there, left and right side. On this one as well, and that one. This one just got done the other day. New bolts all the way around, or 3/8 by 2 inches. Those bolts on the splines are 2.5 by 1/2 inch by 13 maybe. I don't remember. Either way, swapped them all out for a stamp block nut because the nylon, I think this thing gets kind of hot. But overall, pretty easy job to do. It's not that bad, to be honest. And I got these friction discs off Amazon from a set of 4. They were like 40-50 bucks. Farmer's Bob parts. The part number, I guess, would be FP6035. And those were right on the money for this thing. So hopefully it fixes all that. It functioned fine, but obviously you got to have the friction plate or they'll start to wear out, these plates, and then you got to buy those, and I don't want to buy those. Eventually I'll probably swap them out maybe on my next set of friction discs, but for now this thing's going to a job and I wanted to get it all good to go, so I'm probably going to grease it after this, or maybe this evening whenever it cools off a little bit, and hopefully she'll be ready to go. And if anybody knows what this is, what it's called, is it a cylinder clavish or what, I'm not sure, but I broke that one over there. That one was broke whenever I bought it. They brought one with it, or put one with it, and I can't find out where to get them. I probably just have to order some online, but I'm just looking for the correct terminology for it. So I'm going to finish putting this thing back together, and maybe I might go test it out. I'll just wash the tractor, so I really don't want to get it dirty again until we go to the job. So, cool.